All right, so 9.3 talks about rectangles, rhombuses, and squares. Now, the only thing you need to know about this is those are special parallelograms. So all those same rules that we just talked about are going to apply to these shapes. So with the first one, EG, well, EG is this diagonal. So what's the piece opposite that that's going to be congruent? Well, it's going to be the other diagonal, which is HF. Number 2, angle EHG. Well, here's EHG. So what's it congruent to? This angle right here is going to be congruent to this angle right here. So we're going to say angle EFG. EFG. But there's one more piece that we need to talk about, and that's that these are all right angles. Okay, they're all right angles, which means they are also 90 degrees. So we could put that little box right there to say, hey, these are 90 degrees. All right, so number 3 says that EH is parallel to. Remember, this sign right here means parallel. So what piece is going the same direction as that? And that's its opposite side over here of FG. All right, number 4. We're going to use this picture right here to answer number 4 and 5. It says ML, which is this piece, is 32 degrees. I'm sorry, 32 units. What is LK? Well, what does this little symbol mean right here? All 4 sides have that symbol, meaning they're all the same length. So that means that this is 32, this is 32, this is 32. So all 4 sides are the same length. And then it says angle MNL. MNL. So we're talking about that central angle, and I want you to focus in on this little box right here. What does that box mean? It means 90 degrees. It means all central angles are 90 degrees. And number 6, we're going to use this shape right here. It says that QT is congruent to, and what do we know? What does this symbol mean? It means that all of those sides are congruent. So it's going to be congruent to QR. It's going to be congruent to RS. It's going to be congruent to TS. All right, so 9.4, again, we're just talking about those 3 special parallelograms. All the same rules apply. The only thing different is that we have to talk about the 90-degree angles. So if we have a 90 down here, it could be a square or a rectangle. If we have a 90 here, it could be a rhombus or a square. And if all the sides are congruent, then we know it's a rhombus or a square. So this one here, it says that PQ is congruent to QR. So if I know that these 2 pieces are congruent, what shape could that be? Well, it could be a square or it could be a rhombus. Why couldn't it be a rectangle though? Because these are the same, and in a rectangle we have 2 longer pieces. All right, number 2, if angle D is 90 degrees, what shape could that be? Well, it could be a square, or it could be a rectangle. Now we're only talking about the given information, okay? Obviously, looking at it, it looks like a rectangle, and this one looks like a square. But only with the given the information we have, it could be either of these. All right, so now here it gives us 2 pieces. The first thing it says is that QS is perpendicular to TR. So that means that these two diagonals are perpendicular, meaning they make a 90-degree angle. And then it tells us that TQ is congruent to QR. So I know that the sides are also congruent, which means that this is a rhombus or a square.